Let's talk about 10 million. You want to buy an apartment of 10 million or to buy a plot of whatever amount, but let's talk about a home of 10 million. Maybe you brought it, you're at 2.5, you're getting a 7.5. You're a new doctor. You deserve a home of your own. Anyway. So if you had 10 million here, given as a loan, and that is the money you are taking to the bank, you have taken from the bank, either to buy an apartment, to buy some kind of a house. What is the cost? But before you go to the cost, ask yourself, because tunaambiangwa, nunua haraka bei inabadilika. Either ya nyumba ama ya ploti. You need to do fast. You know, houses, land always appreciates. We all live in Nairobi. Most of us here. Tell me in the places you live, land has appreciated for how much for the last 5 years? Tell me whether you have not seen an apartment selling for 7.5 million for the last 7 years. The same apartment. The plot you're buying in Roiro today, 4 million shillings, was selling at 4 million shillings 5 years ago. I'm not here to talk against real estate. They also have a place to play because eventually we'll have homes. Me, I'm talking about loans, not real estate here. So, by what margin is this land, this home likely to change for the next? Let's deal with 10 million and let's deal with 10 years. That's our basis. So we establish how much is this likely to get. That we are not summarizing today. We are talking about that Saturday afternoon. We said you call for yourself a meeting before you part with your money for the next 20 years or 10. Then secondly, if that 10 million is here today, and you're talking about 10 years, we have already first established, is the land changing? Is the house changing in terms of the price? Then secondly, this money you are with here today, we never ask ourselves, kama niko nayo saa hii, si niko nayo hapa, the choice is between, I am a new person in the job market, is even alone. Between buying this home, what are the better uses I can put in this 10 million, and eventually I'll have a home, eventually later, but I'll not be burdened for so many years. But let's use simple arithmetic. If you had 10 million here today, and you do the laziest investment you can do, the laziest is buy a treasury board. The laziest. Ile, hutaki analysis, government never defaults, me I'm just buying a treasury bill or a board. Currently is the 13%. If you compound your 10 million at 13%, in only 5 years, that money will be 18 million. How much will the land, how much will the house you are buying have changed? Me, I don't have answers. I'm just saying we engage our might. Hebu chukua kama 10 million saa hii. Na tuongee na nyinyi sasa. 10 million Nairobi unaweza buy nyumba wapi ya 3 bedroom? 10 million. Kilimani utapata? Let's be factual. Na munisaidie hapa kama tunasaidiana. Nairobi nyumba ya 10 million ya 3 bedroom utabuy wapi? Wapi? Team is saying Kiosio Kimau, another place. Joska, another place. Nyumba imekamilika. Wewe usijali finishing mzuri sana. Wewe kwanza ati mimi niko na kwangu. Si unajua hiyo ka design? Mimi niko na kwangu. Where else? Yes? Kitengela, Utawala, ni nyinyi mnaniambia. Wapi? Kikuyu. Natumia tu zile mnasema. Okay, tuchukue Utawala. Hiyo nyumba ya 3 bedroom. Ukienda kukodisha saa hii utakodisha how much? To rent. Mmoja amesema 20, mwingine 25. Especially ile ya own compound. Unajua kwangu. imejengwa on a need, mimi naingianga kwangu. So ni how much? 40, 45. Itapita 45. Tuache, let's work with 50. Sawa sawa? Let's work with 50. And let's use the laziest, nasema tutumie the laziest investment option there is. The laziest for me is treasury bonds. So 13% of 10 million is how much? Somebody anifanyie 13% of 10 million. 1.3 divided by 12. 109. 108. That's 110,000. I used just pause for 30 seconds and think about the point I am having. So tumesema rent ni how much? 50 max. First think about it. Rent ni how much? Haya. Na hii hesabu umedivide imekuja? Yeah? 108. Kuna mtu amepata kitu hapo? Has anyone gotten what I'm trying to say? Have you gotten? What? Have you gotten? The point you have gotten, that on this side, you are 10 million on present value now. Bila kuulizana na mtu. Inakupea 110,000 a month. 100 and? Na sio compounding. Tunaongea ile inatoka ikitoka. Not even compounded. Imetoka leo. So 110,000. The highest rent you can pay on that 10 million house mumesema ni ngapi? Ni nyinyi mumesema 50. Have you ever thought of such? But you know, the ego of saying niko na kwangu, ni kwangu, title imeandikwa mimi. Na sio kesho, today. Then, you make a suboptimal decision. Because per year, the rent is 50 times 12 is 600,000. Na kwanza, unauliza landlord, mimi nataka nikulipe by annually. Anakuangalia hivi atashindwa, mtu ni pirate ama ni nini? Unaambia landlord, mimi nitakuwa nakulipa after 6 months. Please give me your account. Why? Ile pesa iko pale. I'm not talking about compounded. Compounded now is later. Already imekupea 110. Na kwanza hiyo ni kama rent unalipa after 6 months. Inalipangwa kwa bank account yako after 6 months. So ile ya 6 months unachukua, unalipa rent ya whole year. Ile ingine ya 6 months ni pesa yako free. Unairudisha kule, inaanza kucompound. I'm not saying you'll not end up having a home. If you do that for 5 years, how much will you have saved? And will you be closer to getting a home with a smaller loan, or will you be further? That's some of the decisions you need to make. And I've used the laziest. If I give you the options of investment which are much better, then it becomes much, much more scalable. The other loans we take, holiday. Nachukua loan, naenda Mombasa Christmas. Naenda Dubai. Na vile mnacheka ni kama wengi mshaingia hapo. Allow me, we are not going to discuss about such kind of a loan. Because I don't think there is anyone in this hall who is so stupid to do that. Lakini vile mnaniangalia haki. Na ila mnacheka hivi. Ati unachukua loan ya kwenda holiday. Hiyo destination ilikuwa inaenda wapi? Mombasa inahama. The other one we take, Waweru washafanya hiyo ya kujenga nyumba Gishagi. Ya kujenga nyumba Shags. It's good we build for our parents. That one, there are some things that you can't measure with money. do it for your parent. But then, there are people in this world who have already taken a loan to build a home